welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we will take a closer look at a Boeing 737-800 from Norwegian low-cost carrier Norwegian Air Shuttle. As always, we start off with the box, and here we can see on the front side we have the cutout, so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft inside, and we have the Norwegian.com branding on top. Then on the back side of the box we can see an image of the aircraft itself, and we are provided with a web link by Herpa where we can get more information. So that's it for the box. Let's take a closer look inside and at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Boeing 737-800 of Norwegian Air Shuttle. Herpa has over the past few years released quite a few Norwegian aircraft models, whether it's been from the 737 series or the 787 series. And while the delivery is pretty much the same with all these aircraft, of course the major difference in delivery is the tail section, because Norwegian has this really nice, well, I would like to call it tradition, to actually highlight some historic personalities on their vertical stabilizers, which is something I rather like. In this case, Norwegian is highlighting the Norwegian artist LN-DYA. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his surname, but I hope I haven't butchered it completely. So while we have an image of him on the vertical stabilizer, we have the Norwegian.com branding on the fuselage, where we also find the full registration code of the aircraft and the aircraft type specification, other than of course also the SAT dome, which has been added to this aircraft. In today's Norwegian fleet, it is pretty common that you have free Wi-Fi on board your aircraft, which is really not too bad when you think about it. It's a low-cost carrier, and even on a 5-star airline like Lufthansa, that is still not the case, and even if there's internet on board, you would have to pay for it. Of course, putting this little side dig at Lufthansa apart, we can now move to the front of the aircraft, where you can see the Norwegian.com branding once again. Of course, the whole livery is basically based around the Norwegian flag, using the colors, and we can see the inspiration with the lines here across the fuselage. If we take a quick look around the cockpit, we can see some nice detailing around the cockpit windows, where we also have the window wipers printed on. And then just above the cockpit windows, we then have the last 3 letters of the registration code. The engine nacelles have been kept in white as most of the livery, but they are still rather decently detailed. From there we can then move on to the fuselage again, where we can see just above the wings we have the emergency exits printed on. The markings for the emergency exits we can then see on the wing themselves, and we also have the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out very nicely indeed. I think those wings look really fantastic. Also, the underside of the wings are pretty decently detailed, with some details here and there, including the full registration code of the aircraft once again. The highlight on the wings for me are, however, the winglets, which have been given the various colors of the Norwegian flag, the dark red, the dark blue and the white stripe. Also on the inner side we then also have the Norwegian.com branding once again. And then last but not least, we have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here at the back side of the aircraft, and here at the front side of the aircraft. So there we have it, the latest Boeing 737-800 model in scale 1 to 500 of Herpa Wings. As I've said, Herpa has released quite a few aircraft models of Norwegian, and every time we get a few more details here and there, of course with new technologies, for example the SAT dome added to the model. What can we say about the aircraft model itself? Well, the print quality is really excellent, and also the physical details are really good on this aircraft model. So if you like Norwegian or the 737, then this is definitely an aircraft worth to have in one's collection. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then do feel free to leave a like. That would really help out the video and of course the series. And if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? With that, you won't miss out on any future videos here on the channel. Next time on Review, we will take a closer look at an Airbus A320-200 in a special livery of Eurowings. So until then, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.